Are we going to in the Grand Theft Auto? I'm gonna talk about real shit, not the motherfucking bullshit that we was taught as children. The shit that we was taught to believe in is truly the bullshit that kids are living in right now. To the point where they live in a fucking fairy tale like Walt Disney. Like all of the shit that they was taught. From the things that they'll believe in to the things that come off of TV. It's all bullshit. So, you call me a taxi cab. I'm gonna ride in a taxi cab while we go down this some real shit. And here we go. This here was Danny Glover. You dig, dealing with.
This program contains explicit language. Parental guidance is suggested.
I'm here for murder, kidnapping, robbery, armed robbery, conspiracy. When we got sexual desires, who do you think we kidding? And don't tell me each other. See, I don't like nothing in the first place, and I don't like you.
Get your best shot, man. One punch. Punch me in my face. Then it's my turn. One punch.
Man, get that fucking camera out of my face. I told you to cut it off.
I'm Danny Glover.
On its way, sir. Thanks for calling.
Of Scared Straight, a groundbreaking film that won an Academy Award in 8 Emmys when it first aired 20 years ago. The original film follows 17 teenage lawbreakers who are taken inside of Rahway, New Jersey's maximum security prison. In a raw confrontation, a group of hardened convicts called the Lifers tried to literally scare the kids into going straight.
So where do you want to go?
Tonight, after watching Scared Straight, we'll meet these same kids and convicts today. What's happened to them over the past 20 years? Are any of the kids in prison? Are any of the convicts out? We'll find out right after this special presentation of Scared Straight.
Hey, what's up? Let's get the hood together.
Alright, fool, for sure. I got a lot of shit going on right now, so I understand if you need to cancel, just hit me up.
Cool, ho.
This program contains explicit and coarse street language. It's not intended for children's viewing. Parental guidance is advised.
All right, let's hit the road.
These teenagers are going to prison. Nothing from arrest to rehabilitation has worked to stop them from breaking the law. So now at age 15, 16, and 17, they're going behind bars. Their sentence will be short, only 3 hours. But during that time, these juvenile offenders will come into direct confrontation with these hardened criminals. They call themselves the Lifers. Together, they're serving nearly 1,000 years. But the Lifers are through taking lives. They're now saving them. In a unique crime prevention program created and run by the convicts. Their goal is ambitious. Make juvenile delinquents go straight. Imagine yourself the innocent victim of one of these youngsters.
How do you feel about your victims? I don't really care. Whoever come, I'm gonna get them. They challenge. It's a challenge, that's it. I felt sad about him for a while. So I forget about him.
This was that nice. Jones got in the back of my cab. I should get down. She did like 6 lines of coke.
They should have been, around me at that time. I just don't think I don't give a fuck about it. That's what I feel about it.
Today's prisons are filled with yesterday's juvenile delinquents. Convicts who entered crime even before they entered puberty.
I don't remember how old I was when I first got in trouble. Me? Around 9. Around 6, 7. Okay. 14. 15. 14. 12. 12. 12, 13. About 3rd grade. I was 8. Right here.
Monday through Friday, juvenile offenders from New Jersey and New York are sent to Rahway prison by police, judges, counselors, and probation officers. From the moment they pass through the metal detector, these young lawbreakers come face to face with the brutalities of prison.
Sit over there. I don't care where they are. Sit over there. I don't care where they are. Right over there. Give me this. Give me this. Let's go. Single file. Stop over here. Stop over there. And that radiator. Single file. Let's go. Follow the sergeant.
As the teenagers go deeper and deeper inside this maximum security prison, their arrogance and smiles fade, replaced by an enveloping uncertainty ranging from tension to terror.
Hey, look at that guy right there. Jesus, sweet city. Hey, right there, yellow shirt. Yo, you guys are not to be here. You be my bitch.
Inside an oppressive and noisy cell block called the Hole, prisoners locked in solitary verbally molest the young boys with homosexual forms.
Get out from back here, too. Both of y'all some pretty girls. You look just like her. Matter of fact, you look better than her. I'd rather have you than her. Knock him in here, too. You want some in here? Look at that. God's doing it. Bring him in here. You want to be in one cell? You too. Give me that one over here, too. That one over here with the big buck. Yeah, I'm going to do something real nasty to you. Let's go. Let me kiss you, you motherfucker.
So who the fuck knows what it's about? Guys called Isaac Penny, ruthless vulture capitalist, about to take a controlling interest in Vapid Motor Company and sell thousands of workers down the river. Penny's one of those tight-fisted billionaires, rides the same bus to and from work every day. And I was thinking he could take over the routes and
drop the ass off where he needs to go.
I usually talk some lot of noise out there.
If I was you, I wouldn't buy any Vapid stock until the acquisition falls through.
Open up the door. I kick ass, you know, and if I get my ass beat, don't mean shit, because, hey, I'm coming back, you know. That's the kind of person I am, you know. I consider myself a tough guy. That's what I consider myself. I'm devious, you know. My hands like mechanical, you know. I get under people's trucks, I hot wire them, I take everything, you know. That's what I'm about, you know. I'm about looking for trouble. Serious, right? Hell, it is. Somebody asked me to steal something, I say good, you know. I'm going into security school to learn all about burglar alarms and things like that. That way I know when I come out on the streets, I can disconnect the alarms and take what I want. And in my future, I think I'll be a professional thief. If you say if I commit a crime, how do I feel? I feel all right. You know, I commit, I'm happy. I'm going to do it again, you know. I'll take everything you have if you give me the chance. You're talking about stealing possessions? Yeah. Stealing possessions and hurting me. It's like, I never killed anybody, you know. Hey, but I did slice a couple, you know. I sliced somebody, you know, a couple of times. Yeah, squirt side of them. You could ever kill anyone? Yes, I think I can. Myself, I don't care, because, you know, they got to catch me first. I don't figure the cops out here bad enough to catch me, you know. Jail is like a thing they talk about to me, you know. Smell the door, see how it smells. You can smell from there? Well, look at it. You people, you come here with a 1 to 2 or life fit, we put you in a cell of this size. And I have a good mind to keep you here for 2 hours if we're going to be on this tour. Thinking that you're so tough. You ain't tough.
Why steal from people you don't average, and which I don't? If I steal from someone, it would be someone, if I ever did steal, like the railroad, like I didn't blame for. Because they'll have the money after their insurance, and they're just stolen the money. No, it ain't hurt no one.
The worst thing I ever done was rob just store.
I watched the live stream on YouTube.
Stuff. Too lazy to work.
Wow, animal attack.
The group's going to do something. Like, I'm the kind of person who'll probably do it. You know? Because everybody's doing it. That's just the way I am.
Come on, dog. Them niggas don't scared of nothing.
That motherfucker, they went after this motherfucker. Cow, nigga.
Somebody rich.
In the water.
They didn't want to leave, kept getting it.
Man. And they ferocious, man. Them motherfuckers go for the gut. Them motherfuckers, let me tell you something. That motherfucker is hollow. Them motherfuckers ain't stuff. They eat that motherfucker from the inside out. They go all up in there and they pulling that shit up. They leave that just the carcass. When it's done, it's just the outer part of that carcass. They done dug everything. That motherfucker was on the inside. That motherfucker was in that motherfucker. I said, oh, what a fucked up way to go. And what happened was fucked up. That motherfucking buffalo or cow, he got caught out in the water. About 3 of them motherfuckers come up on the shore. Next thing you know, about 4 of them motherfuckers on the shore. And just one of them go in the water, go after and get him. You always go for that leg.
They say, once they bite them,
because they got that poison.
Once the venom in them start to set in,
bite them.
It's like, look, you like this shit out of that. You get
it's toxic. The toxic, yeah. The bite is toxic.
Paralyzed.
So just get motherfucker all fucked up.
Dog, you history after that, dog. But like we said, but when you look at it, these bad people still got.
There was one little bird, one little hawk was eating on something, and man, the sky was full of vultures.
Oh, he was cool.
No, that one motherfucking bird flew the fuck off.
Yeah, one got caught.
And that bird, they let the bird fly. They wasn't trying. They don't even know dead. The bird got the fuck on out when he saw them. Them motherfuckers, man.
Oh, you talking about
them vultures got on that mother. You know, you hear you are just a lone bird eating on a motherfucker that you done killed.
And one just dropped out.
And man, them vultures, I'm talking about as many vultures as you can count. And they jumped on that cowboy. And they were
you see how they eat?
Let's get straight back in the day.
Yeah, but they about to show where the people that went there at now. You did, and then they out of jail. Some of them dudes there. That was when they first started.
When they first started.
Last fucking time, don't get on my fucking nerves, alright? You look at one pass down the head. Look at all.
Yeah, steak now.
I showed you some cards for one reason. Let y'all know we ain't no social workers, no counselors, no probation officers, or no police. We are convicts. Every man you see behind me is doing over 25 years or life. So y'all ain't come in here and change nothing. Now it's better understood. When a man's up there talking to you, I want your eyes on it at all times. That means if that man catches you looking at that wall, he feels so you're chopping it off. And when you jump a person off in prison, you got to deal with the consequences. And we can get very physical up here. So we can start this now, right? I ask you a question. Now I ask you a question. When we get this started, I want to hear from all y'all. Yeah. You want to get straight right from the jump street. They don't have that entertainment for us. You got a problem, man? We come here laughing and joking. You see, look at me, motherfucker, when I'm talking. Now, you want to impress these bitches how tough you are? Anyone? You want to impress them how tough you are? Well, impress them with me. I've been in this thing in some crew 10 years, clown, and I ain't seen nothing funny. You sit here and you seriously believe you ain't never going to jail. In the 10 years I've been here, I've seen thousands of guys go through these joints. And I ain't met anybody yet that planned to come to prison. I just talk with you clowns. Somebody's trying to give you something, you're about tripping them off. But keep trying to jerk off. Keep trying, man. Get up, motherfucker, you think you're... Get out. Get up off that fucking bench. Get out of here. Kick his motherfucking ass. I'm over here. That motherfucker. Now, straighten it up. Move this fuck over, man. Move over. Let's show some of you guys who got girlfriends, right? I can't hear you. You girls got boyfriends? Can't hear you. Yeah. I know you all got sexual desires, right? Huh? Yeah. Well, we got sexual desires, too. We're just like you. We made of flesh and blood. You tough guy. Take a wild guess. When we got sexual desires, who do you think we get? And don't tell me each other. Who? You don't know, huh? Well, I'll tell you. We get young, dumb motherfuckers just like you.
Like I told you, I've been out there 10 years, and I'm gonna die in this chicken joint. And if they wanted to give me these 3 bitches right here, I would leap over them like a kangaroo, just to get the one pretty young. And not only me, there's a lot of guys that do the same thing. It's the way of life in these joints. One day you're laying on your blanket, and your mind is drifting over a 30-foot wall. You're thinking about who's with your girl. When 3 guys will slide into your cell, wrap your hands up in that blanket, and I don't care how tough you think you are or how strong you might be. They're going to kick your ass on the side of that bed and do bodily harm to your asshole by sticking the dick in. So what do? I'm going to give you 5 options you can take. And ain't none of them worth the Chinese liquor. 1, you go to the cop. You say, officer, 3 guys just ripped me off. And you come back with the cop. You say, that white guy, that black guy, that black guy. See these 3 guys that ripped you off? Yeah, they're going to go to the hole for 30 or 60 days. And then they'll be back in population. But the administration, they know they can't leave you in population. Because one of these guys associates will cut your ass from A to Z. So they got to do something to protect you. But right up there on the 4th tier is a place called PC, Protective Custody. We call it Punk City here at Raw. And that's where you will go. And if you're doing a 1 to 2, 5 to 7, 20 to 30, life bit, that's where you will do all that time. And when you're in PC, you lock up 23 out of 24 hours a day. You get out for 1 hour for exercise. And that's it. Well, see, you can't rap. But I got a lot of tough guys here. So when you get ripped off, the first thing you're going to want to do is get even. You're going to want to get revenge. Now, the best time to stab somebody in this joint is on a mass movement. When you got over 1,300 wild, treacherous maniacs moving like a herd of fucking cows, going out there to the yard, the mess hall, or up here to the movies. So you strap down with your shank and you go in the yard, and you see one of the guys that ripped you off. So you slip up behind him, you pull your shank, and you stick him. And when you stick him, you kill him. One of you smart guys tell me, how much time do you think the court's going to give you for killing that guy? Anybody. That's right, they're going to give you life. Not that they care about that guy you killed, or they care about you, but that's the way the system works. See, there's no such thing as getting even in these prisons. And that brings us to number 3. When you get here and you get ripped off, maybe you decide, well, I ain't going to say nothing to nobody. I keep it to myself. But see, it don't work that way. See them 3 guys that ripped you off? They got associates. And their associates, they're about young boys, and they're going to come and rip you off. And then they got associates, and they're going to come and rip you off. And if you get anything from home, like a little food packet or some personal clothes, somebody's going to take that too. So your thing will steadily be getting ripped off. And that brings us to number 4. And this is the one you're all going to take. In the 10 years I've been here, I've seen it 1,000 times. You're going to walk around this joint, or any joint you might be in. And you're going to find a guy that's real quiet. Nobody bothers him, and he don't bother nobody. He's got all the respect in the world. You're going to approach this guy and say, hey, my man, I got a very serious problem. Can you help me? And after you run it down to him, he's going to tell you, yeah. And it seems like 5 minutes after he say yeah, it's like somebody got on a PA system and told 1,300 wild maniacs not to bother you. And now you're telling yourself, hey, this guy was all right. He got all this pressure off him. And nah, he ain't did nothing. The only thing this guy did was he told population that you are his property. You are his kid. And when you become somebody's kid in one of these joints, there's the things you gotta do. You gotta get up in the morning and get his coffee. You gotta clean his cell. You gotta wash his drawers and socks. And if he wants some head, you'll give it to him. And if he wants to fuck you in your ass, you'll let him. And if he wants to sell you to another prisoner, they'll do that too. See, they're gonna put lipstick on your lips, earrings in your ear, and have you swishing your ass up and down these kids, hustling cigarettes for your man. And for you tough motherfuckers like you. See, when you entertain the thought of telling this guy, no, man, I ain't about that bullshit. I ain't gonna do it. Well, the only thing you telling this guy is to take your life, clown. Because that's what he's gonna do. Now, you can take number 5, and that just happened Christmas. You probably all read about it because it was in all the papers. Young guy. He didn't mean to kill nobody. Just standing on a corner, smoking a little reefer, drinking a little wine. So he was broke but wanted to keep the party going. So he went out and snatched a pocketbook. Well, see, when he took that pocketbook from that little old lady, she had a heart attack and died. So he didn't just have a charge of mugging. He had a homicide to go with it. And when he went to court, the judge didn't give him a fat rat's ass he was 16. The judge didn't want to hear what he meant to do. He just told him I'm fed up with this juvenile bullshit and gave him life right here in Norway State Prison. And he's here 1 week and became somebody's kid. And he did that for just a little over a year. And then the pressure of day-to-day living in one of these stinking joints crashed in on him. So Christmas night he went back to his cell, took his sheet, tied one end around a pipe, another around his dumb motherfucking neck, and he hung himself. So now he's easy. He ain't got to do that life bit. He ain't got to deal with these police, and he ain't got to put up with his pimp. He went out the back door and wrapped up in a green sheet with a tag on his toe. And when they stuck his dumb ass in the ground and gave him that little wooden graveyard marker, they ain't put his name on there, they put his number. Because that's all you are when you come to somebody's prison. It's your number. You lose everything. But this is what you clowns want. I personally don't give a fat rat's ass what you do when you leave here today. But just remember this. When you get here, I show you better than I can tell you.
Oh, you sit up. Sit the hell up, man. I ain't talking to you, sit up. And when I say something, I want everybody to give me that. Do you understand that? Keep your eyes on me the whole time I'm talking. If I decide to jump up in that goddamn ceiling, you better have your eyes right at the bottom of my feet. Slide your goddamn ass back. Squeeze the fuck in there. I don't care if you're uncomfortable. I've been uncomfortable for 4 goddamn years. What the hell I care about you being uncomfortable now? You got something in your head you want out? Because if you move your hand one more time, you ain't gonna have to worry about it, because I'm gonna kick that right off the top of your goddamn head. You understand that? See, because I don't like nothing in the first place, and I don't like you. You move one more goddamn time and I'll bite your fucking nose off and spit it in your damn face. You understand that? That go for yous too. Because just as quick as I'll kick him in the goddamn ass, I'll do the same thing to you. Put no damn tears in your eyes. What the fuck I care about some tears? Shit. All of you. All that junk you be watching on TV, that's fantasy. That's bullshit. You turn on the TV, see somebody get 20 years life, and you get up and go to the bathroom and come back there on the streets. It don't work like that in here. When you get some time in here, you do years. And when you do years in here, you do that day for day, week for week, month for month, and year for goddamn year. The only thing that changes in here is the goddamn calendar. But you want to come in here. Because every time one of your so-called friends out there tell you, come on, let's go steal something. Let's go rip somebody off. Let's go mug somebody. All they doing is saying, let's go to jail. And every time you get busted, what did you get the last time you got busted? How much money did you get? $20 goddamn. Now you sound like a real dummy. See, when I was on the street, I used to take people's stuff every day. Sell them drugs. Any way they wanted to get some money, I was done. They said I didn't care. See, I just did, the end results of it. Just like you can't dig it. You was like that. And see, you got a problem, my man. Is your fucking arm broke? What, do you think you tough or something? What's your problem? Get up. That's what you want to do. You want to impress them? Get the fuck up. Tell you what, you tell me. You act like you don't want to hear. Stand up there and tell me what the fuck goes on in here. Tell me. Don't waste my time. Tell me. See, because you're not paying attention to what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, all that movement is paying attention. Didn't I tell you to sit your goddamn ass down there and don't take your goddamn eyes off me while I was talking to you? Just because you sport on me, I won't body slam your ass down here. See, this is the class clown. See, this is just like a lot of you when you be in the goddamn classroom. Don't want nobody else to learn nothing. Want everybody to watch you, make everybody just as stupid as he is. A lot of you want to be like that. Sit your dumb ass down. If I got to turn around and say something to you, I'm just going to slide your ass straight up out of here. I mean, just what do you think you be doing? Taking people's shit out there. You was get a kick out of that? Wait, do you was get a kick out of that? You think this is a fucking joke or something? Take off your goddamn, take them off.
My first day on the job.
Oh, everybody take them off. What the hell is wrong with you? You think I'm playing? Hurry up, take them off. Let's go. You need some help?
Jesus, have you been drinking?
Yeah, you goddamn right. I gotta take them off. Give me all. Give me that. Come on, goddammit.
What happened to the old
That's
bus
like you
driver?
changed
I
the
really
way
like
I
that
need
guy.
some help. That's right. Now, I took that. And I know you don't like it. Did you like when I took your shoe? Well, do something about it. All you gotta do is get up and vote for me to get it.
Damn,
Nobody
I
else.
kill you people to crack a smile?
See, act like I'm that old man in the alley right now. Or act like you want to snatch my pocketbook. You see, that's in my pocket.
Who farted?
Because, see, I know you want your stuff.
Disgusting.
How did you feel when I took your stuff? Did you like it? What about you? How did you feel?
Hey,
huh?
Get in, we're running late.
You can't talk? I said, how did you feel? You want to do something about that? Why not? Because of what? See, you're thinking right now. But see, when you be out there running up in somebody's goddamn house, you don't be thinking. See, you don't be thinking about the consequences that you won't suffer if you get caught. See, but you can't get away from that. All you do is pound it up from day to day. You don't think about them people out there got families just like you that they out there trying to bring their money home that you be out there and mug them, rip them off for?
Well, you're late.
See, you thinking right now. See, because you know if you get up and I'm going to break my leg off in your ass.
Forget about it.
See, because you don't want to deal with them consequences. And see, if you really knew what was happening there, you wouldn't want to deal with them either. This ain't nothing.
Hey, I thought you needed a
You want to
ride,
be a
homie.
smart guy, you want to do a wise guy, let me tell you something.
Attention
The
passengers.
police can make
Please hold on to
1,000
your
mistakes.
fucking seats.
Stop the bus,
You
you
can only
maniac!
make one mistake and you're
Just
done.
get on the bus, man. We saved the seat
You
for you and
understand?
everything.
What, am I here to use you to just smile?
We're taking a short detour, ladies and
Something's
gentlemen.
funny?
Sit back,
Something's
relax,
funny
and
with
enjoy
you?
the beautiful downtown
Huh?
Los Santos. What's with the fucking bike, man? I thought you was a billionaire.
You think somebody's going to stop me from going?
What, you can't afford... Just business shit.
Because by the time they get here, they'll be too late to go over it. Because so much time they can't give me no more. Understand what I'm saying? So when you sit there, you keep that smile, please. Because I'm going to hurt you. All right? I'm not going to hurt you. Please. I talk to you nice, right? We took your shoes. How do you feel about that? You don't like it? Well, the next time you take something from somebody, you think about that. You got it? You think about that, how you feel now, because that's how they feel. You like to steal? Eh? You like to steal? I got 11 uncles. Do you know how happy that makes my family? Big, right? Take something from my family. Let me read in the newspapers that one of my people was ripped off by one of you punks. And I'll be waiting for you right here in this prison. You got that? And then what do you think's going to happen? Keep that in your mind. Because every one of us have family out there. And if you think you're tough, you don't know what tough is. I'm bad. You see me, boy? I'm bad. You see them pretty blue eyes of yours? I'll take one out of your face and squash it in front of you so you can watch. You see, because I think that you, like this, when I'm talking, is going on in that place. I don't think you're listening to me. What did I just say?
Take one eye out, switch.
Do you think I would? You're damn right I would. Are you ready to kill somebody? You're ready to do that monkey business you're doing on the street, though, aren't you? You're ready to hang out on the corner, though, aren't you?
then you better be ready to kill somebody. Because when you're in this place, you gotta kill if you have to. When you wake up in the morning, do you think about maybe I have to kill somebody today? When I wake up in the morning, I think about maybe I have to kill somebody today. Do you wake up in the morning and think about maybe I'll be killed today? Or there may be a guy like me who makes a face away, huh? When I wake up in the morning, I think about that. Is that paranoia? Yeah? For you it's paranoia. For me it's a reality. This is prison.
Green light?
Good to go.
This ain't no playground. We play for keeps in here. The big equal little. And in here, I'm big. He's big. We're big because we're survivors. You understand?
You think drinking something, man?
And I'll kill you.
Popcorn.
And I ain't really push. Two of you guys I don't like. I don't like you, and I don't like you. You got one time to smile at me, I'm going to turn your teeth upside down. Do you understand? I just got out the older days.
You got one time to turn your teeth upside down.
Yeah, just picture that, Dave.
I'm going to tell you.
Picture that, Dave. If a nigga can turn your teeth upside down,
all the things in the 25 to life.
where's their mindset at to even imagine that's what they want to do to you, bro? On the real, turn your teeth upside down for you. Do you imagine how much that would really hurt if somebody was really trying to do that?
Trying to make your smile into a frown.
Yeah, I know that's what he was saying. Oh, but I'm thinking if he let there punch you hard enough to try to knock your motherfucking teeth upside down your motherfucking mouth, nigga, them teeth coming out is gonna hurt enough.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna want them back in your mouth to be upside down, buddy.
Robbery, armed robbery, conspiracy, breaking the dude's jaw, and breaking the fucking woman both her goddamn arms.
Breaking a woman, both of fucking arms. I hope you was lying on that one, dude. Damn, I hope you was lying on that one. He broke both of the woman's arms.
This is even better.
Man, I hope that dude. Yeah, that hope that was just overboard of trying to get them to think straight. Because you broke both of the woman's arms, bruh. You don't never need to go home.
Yeah, it's fake niggas, man.
Let's talk about getting tough on juvenile. Shut Get the fuck out of here. Get up and get off the stage, my king. Get your shoes and get the fuck out of here. Right now.
That nigga said get off the stage before I kill you.
They talk about getting tough on juvenile. They said if you commit a crime like an adult, they're going to send you to an adult prison.
Hey, how's it going?
You don't care, man. You don't care. You want to be able to. You want to be in the cell next to me. See, we know all about juveniles. How do we know? We were juveniles one time ourselves. Everything that you're doing now, we done did it. We didn't get away with nothing. We're here. So what makes you think you're going to get away with it?
Nah. I ain't thinking that. I wasn't thinking like that neither, Dave.
Listen to our name and the time that we're doing. Listen to them. Give me some names over there. Time.
55372, 30 years.
56083, double light.
52149, light.
56009, 37. 51258, 58. 54936, life is from motherfucking now on. Now who know what now on means? From now on. Somebody tell me. Forever till the day I die, that means I'm never going to the street no more. See, I was like you when I came to prison, man. I was wild. Nobody couldn't tell me
You don't sound like Stanley.
out the park. But you know how they showed me? By taking my motherfucking eye right out of my head. Look. See it? Stabbing me all up in the front.
Boy, that boy told that nigga an open hole, Dave. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Showed him an open hole.
You want to be like me.
I never really saw this, dog.
And the president said, up, man. Sit
That
up.
nigga showed him an open hole. I'm looking at that open hole, dude.
You ever see a toy robot? Well, look at us. That's what we are. But they don't plug us into electricity.
Wow.
They make us move our bells. I hear so many motherfucking bells that when they don't ring, I still hear them ring.
Wow.
Why? Because I was that tough guy. They just split my motherfucking head all over. I got knots, bumps, stitches, and everything. They don't give a fuck about If they ever did the little drunk shit like you're doing out there today, huh? You can have the same kind of job. You can make the same kind of money so motherfucking easy as passing you by. Go to school, get that education, and build some whoop this shit out of it. Because the gun ain't gonna tear that 30-foot wall down out there. A pipe is not gonna tear that 30-foot wall down out there. But an education just may tear that motherfucker down.
Come here. Read the heading.
Oh.
Yeah, read the heading up there.
Yeah.
Boy inmate stabbed to death in cell block.
Okay, read from he was stabbed.
He was stabbed about a dozen times in the neck, chest, head, and back. Robinson, who was pronounced dead on arrival at Norway General.
You got any cabs available?
On its way, sir. Thanks for calling.
Did the man lie to you when he told you about motherfuckers dying here? Did he lie to you? So I'm here to bullshit you. And why are you here? Them people that brought you here today, as well as we know, you're here because you're coming to fucking prison.
There you go.
And when your mother and father have a dog on the street,
For sure. I'll kick it, my nigga.
They can't train it. What do they do with that fucking dog? They get rid of it. Well, don't you motherfuckers have the sense to know that every time you go in that courtroom for a B&E, shoplifting, stealing a car, whatever you're doing, you're like a dog pissing on that judge's furniture. Sooner or later, he's going to get tired of looking at you, ain't he? What's he going to do?
Yep.
Send you away.
Dave, I was sitting there listening to when they were trying to get that law passed about 14-year-olds' mind is not equipped enough to understand, understand to get what they doing at that age. Motherfucking judge was against that shit 100%. They had to go to the fucking Supreme Court to get that shit changed. Now, if they had to do that, wouldn't you think they should change the judges that was all voting for the shit? Because when you think about it, they're going to be about the shit no matter what because they're the bank, like you said. That's their money. And when that big old fucking, wave of putting all, they had to fill up all the new jails. So they had to move the older motherfuckers to the new jails to put the new motherfuckers in the jails. And that's our young people.
They put 14-year-olds in jail now?
Life. Because they can't give them death penalties. Because the judges wanting them to get the death penalty, but they couldn't. So the judge couldn't give them.
These guys do major felonies.
Right. Because, like I said, they was bitching behind. They were doing it to first offenders for misdemeanors and shit, building up to felonies. You see what I'm saying? Well, you know, like you said it. Stop doing the misdemeanors to turn into a felony, right? Yeah. But like we say again, their mind, they was taught to be stupid. So sooner or later, if they ain't taught to get off of stupid, they gonna stay on that path. So for the judge not to be thinking about that dog, he don't have kids, but his kids ain't gonna be subject to the type of thing that those kids are subject to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, looking at that judge lived and tell that one dude, I still don't think that you've been rehabilitated. The nigga just did 17 years in jail, dog. Got put in jail at 14.
17 years.
17 years, bro. And he didn't carry the gun. The 29-year-old motherfucker that was with carried the gun. And that nigga got... It ain't funny. It ain't even much funny, dog. He got 4 life terms. The dude that didn't carry the gun, the 14-year-old that was with him. And nigga that...
Girl?
Huh?
They killed somebody now.
No, that's what I'm saying. They didn't kill. That's what I'm saying. They were saying that this is unjust what they're doing to our young people. They didn't kill nobody, but they said the gun was there enough to kill somebody.
So you claiming them, huh? Our young people, huh?
That bro. That shit was crazy, bro. And then I said that nigga did straight. I said that nigga did straight about the bank, bro. By them being the bank, they can do what they want with their discretion. And that man said it's all on the judge and what the judge want to do. Judge said, nah, I don't think you're rehabilitated enough. And revoke that nigga shit. Oh. Hey, move my.
If you ain't ready to pay the time.
Boy, the day you took the word right out of my mouth, boy. Cause I about to say what my mama used to say, boy. Trouble easy to get into, son, but hard to get out of. And who used to say that all the time and then end up killing his wife? Who used to saying that there and end up killing his wife? What's his name, man? On with the parakeet. He used to have a little show. Don't do the crime if you can't do time. Isn't that ironic, bro?
Yeah, that's what it's.
Isn't that
don't do crime.
If you can't do time. No.
Let's get going. Be back. Here we go.
So if you really sit down there and you think about it, their little minds is not developed to know exactly the consequences and the repercussions that's going to happen to them once they get caught for the shit that they think they're not going to get caught for when they do it. Yeah. Thank you. All the what you call that there? All the influences. All the influences. The TV. You did the TV, Walt Disney, all kinds of bullshit. Right. And then they see niggas on TV getting away with shit. You see what I'm saying? You dig the movie scene, motherfucker getting away with shit. And then saying, well, I could be smart. All I got to do is do that a little different. Dog, my mindset was like that there, but I knew the reality of what happens is, like you said, what you do is done, and you can't undone what's did. But I appreciate, nigga, you let them got me on the road that shit. And then I fell off. I did, because I was plotting on doing something to that mayor and I'm council member, because I felt I was being really, really raped. I did, bro. For me to be going there all the time, then that bitch just get pissed off and say, all right, they were justified for Mr. Enough for stopping the ambulance simply because of the fact that they threatened up their life and you have anxiety attacks. And I went, huh? And you know, I was illiterate to try to articulate anything, because I didn't even know what to say when I got in front of them bitches. But they fucked me up soon as I got inside that building. Everything went shit. But yeah, our bodies don't know. Them 3 minutes, I need 5. They give me 5 minutes. I let them see my whole fucking change of life coming to this bitch. Because this bitch here just changed everything for me. It was a good change. Why was it a good change? I wasn't that bad shit coming to this bitch. I wasn't nothing but shit coming to this bitch. And they showed me exactly how much they can shit on me. And they did that. But guess what? I survived that shit. But I did give up in this shit. But he was giving back to me to live the truth and shit. But boy, I'm looking at these kids, bro. I'm waiting to see the ones that they got on here. They about to show after this here. They're gonna show them same ones that's in that little setting. Where they at now? You heard me? I'm waiting to see that, dog. Yes, I am. Because I see 2 of them that I know I'm gonna see in jail. And that's just dark. They put the darkest nigga that they can possibly put on earth. Look like they put in here on all up. Well, they gonna like one.
They really profile this.
Yeah, bro, because I'm saying they got the darkest nigga on this shit. Supposed to be say, bro, it's almost like they scared to death of that Shaka Zulu nigga. But I'll be scared of them. Nope, I wouldn't be scared because I ain't scared of nothing no more.
They put people to death and they agree with them. You're gonna see the alligators, man.
Hey, and you saying that there, I thought about that black dude and they were talking about that he was well healed all over the world because how this nigga put niggas to death. He ain't put motherfuckers to death 2, 3, he put motherfuckers to death thousands. You know what I'm talking about? Some old pot-eyed nigga they were talking about, they always talking about roots of that dark ass. This nigga here was so dark, all you saw was his eyeballs. I mean, the white part of his eyes.
This kind of shit ain't going all day, motherfuckers. A young motherfucker that can't think. So he needs to take care of. Got your cigarette? You got a cigarette?
Now yo, Dave, scared straight you up in there. Do you think that they can get you to grab hold of to the loop in their what they call that? They where your belt go through. You know what I'm talking about, huh? You know that little loop that your belt go through? If you was in there supposed to be scared straight, would you allow them to sell you for a cigarette? First, they got you holding on. Oh man, Dave, nigga just traded the nigga just not dead for a pack of six. And look, and then he told him, now put your finger through the hoops of his motherfucking loop. Do you hear me? And then your boy walked off with him. Bruh, and that's real that's real. Man.
I said, pick it up, fucking mouth, pick it up.
Oh. Wow. And see, and that's true, bruh, cause in there, bruh, you don't do what they say do. They react so fucking quick, Dave. You know I'm gonna tell you shit 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Oh no. The motherfucker told us to be quiet in that holding cell. That dude came in there. You put you in a cell by yourself. Because they got intercom that listen to everything that's going on in their fucking cell. Told me I was talking too much. Put me in a cell by myself.
Yo, man, it's true, you know, because everybody because I don't want to see nothing.
Yep.
I'm only 26 years old. It stops right here. My life stops in the city.
You heard that boy, huh? That boy said, I'm only 26 years old. My life stopped right here. 26, nigga.
7 years.
26.
Every fucking day I've been here. What do you think I'm sitting up here putting everything into this here? You know why? If somebody would have done this to me, I wouldn't be here. Y'all had the best opportunity in the world. Y'all have came in and talked to motherfucking Congress. We telling you what it is. And you got to be a goddamn fool not to take it. You got to be a fucking fool not to take it.
Big, I'm gonna sit here and be as honest as I can possibly be. If I would have took the time to sit there and watch this shit here, I'd be a whole lot better than I am right now. Because them dudes saying some real shit. And it's coming from real motherfuckers that's what? Already got life. If this don't do something to you as in your heart to change, cause like when that boy took their shoes, and then the little dude that was just on there with his little, with the one before him. See? Look, he changed. That nigga voice before going up in there was like, yeah, I see motherfuckers with some shit and I want to take it from him. And you see, he was talking all rough. What's the beautiful thing that's hit him afterwards and before, boy? But Dave, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, you can look in their eyes, bro. It's real to some of them, and some of it's not. I'm looking at them white people. It's real to them. You heard me, Dave? Dave, I'm looking at this one white boy eyes, bro. That dude look like he can't survive in there. He knows he can't. Man, just to be around them niggas and smell them niggas, dog. Believe you me, them niggas ain't taking no good bath to go in there with them dudes. Them dudes went in there exactly how they known to be in them fucking cells. And them niggas ain't really fucking sanitized, dog. Because a lot of niggas don't like taking baths. And that's real. That motherfucking place don't have no good smell. But I like it. What I mean by I like when you go anywhere that you go there to spend the time that you need to spend there, so you can get what you need to get from the time that you spend there, and what you do while you be there is give something back to the time that you spend there, something to somebody that they can think about. Because that's what you're there to do. Just like I told that dude that was telling me that he was getting ready to go home. It's going to be all right, Shawty. It's going to be all right, Shawty. I said, man, look, it's all right now. I'm going to be here till about Thursday, but then I'm going to get out. Yeah, but I'm getting out right now. I said, man, when it's time for you to get out of this place, bro, you're going to get out of this place. But until then, you're going to be in here. And that's, they called me up from you live there and bailing me out. And do out. Yo, Shawty, they moving you. I said, yeah, probably to some other cell again. And then the boy said, nah, dog, you going home. I said, yeah, all right. Going home ain't shit until you get there.
We're looking at all the convicts and juveniles showing in Scared Street. But the kids in Scared Street aren't kids anymore.
They go to Glover. They go Danny Glover. He does not really never gave for this shit. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Your whole lifestyle should change. Think
That's what he do.
The boy who hurt people is now a man who helps people. Terrence is 37, married with 2 young sons, and loads baggage for an airline. He served in the Navy and now serves his Baptist church as a part-time preacher.
Chances are, if I wouldn't have went to Norway, I'd probably be locked up. I could have been in my grave. I couldn't be doing the same thing that I was doing then.
Myself, I don't care, because, you know, they got to catch me first.
Breaking the law, B&Es, auto theft, broke into stores, and almost to a point of physical harm. I was a person that you could be in your car, and I could be in the back seat of your car.
What did you think the visit to Rahway prison would be like?
It threw you, you know. First of all, with all the pressure, you guys on the wrong way. You were like, yeah, we're going the wrong way. The big.
Boy, that boy saw going to that place, Dave, as part of his learning experience for his little travel. That's what he thought. He thought it was a game, Dave. Remember what I just said about kids' mentality and how they think?
Yeah.
He actually thought it was a game until he went there. For him to change like he did, right or wrong. And that's all, cause remember what you said, Dave, if you don't have a father there, how can he have true balance? True balance. True balance. Him not having a father, like he said at the beginning, him not having a father, he can do what the fuck he want. How can his mama control him? Unless they have a strong mom like mine. Or yours. If dad wasn't around. You see what I'm saying? But your dad was around. But even if your dad wasn't around, your mom was that strong woman. She wasn't that fluky like some women. You see what I'm saying? Man. If she's scared straight now, don't have that. You heard me? It's not like this, like it was. It is a game to them. Why? Because to them, life is the game.
You don't see a man with a key. I walked out, realizing that if I could commit myself to a change in my life, that I would never have to go back there again. I went to college after, a couple of years, and I was in the auditorium. And they had a film, Scared Straight, and I'm sitting here years later, and people were looking at the film and looking at me, looking at the film and looking at me, and I said, oh, and they said, wait a minute, that's him. He's in college. Here to tormented, deranged juvenile. Turn straight.
Yeah, nigga was smiling while he was saying all the fucking chaos he's like making.
To make the change for you is you. Who do you really want to be, and how far are you willing to search inside of you to become the best you want to be? Is there something about the goodness of Jesus that helps remove and wash away the troubles of your life?
Feeling.
Oh, God. I really wish you didn't have to show those things. That's awful.
Well, that's something about women. Our white women age, boy, they age bad, bro. I mean, she was beautiful. She's a bookkeeper. I say, your heart's beautiful, but God damn, she can't.
Every time
I was. What you said, Dave?
It's just going to be a day away from school. I didn't think we were going to be in the same room with those people. I didn't think
they got it now. They're older.
Yeah.
I could feel their breath still on me when you think about it.
You're up.
That's her, huh?
She can feel their breath still on her.
Well, I were coming out and you guess how close they were to you.
She ain't growing that bad. She ain't like those kids.
So bad, but I was free to even breathe wrong.
Let me go.
I was just so scared. I don't want to go to a hit anything. I don't think I've ever been that afraid in my whole life.
White folks, they learn that they fucking.
Because niggas are difficult, dude. Niggas are difficult. Say it again like that. Say it again like your daddy. Say it again like your daddy says. The more you see niggas, more you like flying, boy.
Talking to you. It's up there. Parents put their kids in a better position to make it, they'll make it. Because a little kid can't travel nowhere.
A kid can't travel nowhere,
If your parents say, we gotta get that thing fucked up, that's our goal. We're gonna fuck
there you go. There you go. There you go.
They stay in this area, they're gonna be just like these motherfuckers.
Because you can't keep them isolated inside all day, every day. That's one thing. And if you can't keep them isolated inside all day, every day, they gotta go outside. So when they go outside, they're gonna be subject to what? That's everything that's happening outside, and that's all the shit that ain't happening inside. All they get to see is that shit on TV.
No way. We're probably would have gotten worse. Definitely. It's not a life. Really isn't. So I tell my kids, you hurt everybody around you, but in long run, you hurt and really yourself.
Well, he got none of that pretty on.
If you don't want these cards, don't take them. Lonnie was released from prison in 1996. He's 47 and has spent 17 of his adult years behind bars. Lonnie is single and works as an apartment rental agent.
My mother died. She was 23. I was 80. I had nobody to guide me, so I started drinking at a young age. I would argue, carry a gun, which got me in trouble because one day I shot someone. If I had never started drinking alcohol, I would have never went to prison. I would have never been in trouble, and I probably would have been a big success. Because I am intelligent, but alcohol makes you unintelligent.
We do this because we want to do it. Because we feel like we might get to you and help.
Sometimes we would see 20, 30, and 40 kids, and we knew that we couldn't save all kids, but if we could save one, then we knew we'd done something right.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
It helped us between our lives.
Everybody got time to spend and a place to spend it in, baby.
I'm not getting in trouble. I have a son.
Because when you start to be stupid, all you do is stupid things until you know better.
That's my dad. I mean, I just get a smile from ear to ear. As long as he loves me, then I'm successful.
Worst thing I've ever done was rob the store.
That's an innocent little kid. I had the most innocent face, I think, and I was a terror.
Angelo, 37, is now a law-abiding family man.
Good on,
married with 3 children. He installs floor tile for a living.
Hey, looking like everybody making the program came out good, dog.
Grew up until scared straight. I didn't think of the victims. I didn't think what I was actually doing to them. I think about it now. I was in people's houses. I was a 16-year-old, 17-year-old crazy kid. I was in people's houses. I think of somebody being in my house now, and it would drive me nuts. Come here. Read the heading. Yep, that's the guy I remember. I didn't know what he wanted, but I was prepared to do what he wanted to do.
Broadway only stabbed to death in cell block.
He's standing out. The guy came into Broadway prison and got killed in prison. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. I broke the law 3 times after I visited Broadway. Twice right after, still at the age of 17 and 18. And once about 5 years ago, I had a disorderly conduct and I did 15 days in a county jail. It was something that I'm ashamed of, and my wife wanted to tell my kids I was working, my oldest daughter. I said no. And I made her come down and visit me at the county jail with my wife to see me in between a piece of glass. And told her, Daddy got in trouble. And this is what happens when you do wrong. If I didn't go to Broadway, I think that I would have done hard time. If that one day didn't happen, I might not have my family. And my family to me right now is everything. It's the most beautiful experience in the world.
When you look at us, what do you see? What do you see when you look at us? Convicts. You know what we see when we look at you? We see ourselves.
Joe was in and out of prison most of his life. After serving 11 years for armed robbery, he was paroled. 4 months later, in 1993, Joe died of a drug overdose at age 43. He left behind 1 daughter.
Somebody asked me to still say, I say good, you know.
39-year-old Raul is divorced, has a 9-year-old son, and lives with his fiancée. He served in the Army and is now a technician at a chemical plant.
There were drug-related exchanges, there were weapon exchanges. We were more into gang-type activities.
I want you to look at one man and pass it down. I want you to see them all.
Do you think you were going to go in there and show those guys a few things? Well, I'll probably go in there and mouth off a little and, laugh at them and joke about it.
Motherfucker, what did I say? What did I say, motherfucker? Now pick them up and look at them right.
Do you think you were scared during that moment? Frightened? I think anybody would.
If I tell you again, I'm going to break your fucking neck.
That was the turning point right there, Robert. That made the decision for me to go straight. If at that time I didn't go through that program and enroll.
See, because
like Broadway prison.
Because like I said, it don't become real until you next time. When you next time and you hear this nigga just killed 3 people, you dig? Yeah. They dead. See, me, it was something totally different to me because I had been in Angola State Penitentiary already. But to be in the wheelchair and be there and be totally vulnerable to these niggas, you dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It was almost like I had to go straight into Martin State, even though they wouldn't prey on me anyway because they already looking at the strength in my motherfucking face. I'm already pissed till I can't stand up to be fucking pissed off. You see what I'm saying? So they basically knew that much. But then when they saw me smiling, it was basically, it was lubricating to these motherfuckers because I was putting sunshine in the place that these motherfuckers were mad dogs in that bitch. And I'm insulting the fucking dog.
Wait, somewhere along the line. You got my eyes opened up to the joke. I met this lovely lady.
And no, it wasn't no.
Can't ask for no more.
I was like, oh, that motherfucker never see me.
Oh,
between that bitch.
One of my members in the street, the one that spanked my car, the car up my hand. I would come from and say how you doing.
We had a surprise for Raul.
You did. Them dude that snapped the cards out of his hand? Them dude that snapped the cards out of his hand.
Now pick him up and look at him right. Oh, man. Pick him up.
Man, this shit make me want to cry. Pick him up. He said, pick him up.
I didn't see you. I saw them cards, man. But I ain't picking them up. Don't worry.
You never got that shit.
Hell yeah, man. That's good.
See how happy he is, brother? You see?
Yeah, you never got that experience, did you? He's going straight too. That money that we all have is 25 to life. Damn. You changed my life, nigga. You scared me straight, that motherfucker, baby.
Dave,
I scared straight after that. I'll be real.
But Dave, it paid off for both, brother, because he said that was the reason how he got released.
You got convicts. Every man you see behind me is doing over 25 years of life.
Willie has been out of parole since 1995. He's 45 years old and has spent 24 of his adult years behind bars.
24 years behind bars. Whoa, that's a long time, bro.
He's married and is devoted to his stepchildren and grandchildren.
I had left all my life almost away. I started using drugs, and from drugs I went to armed robbery to get those drugs. That's been my downfall all my life. You know, a lot of people have said to me, if it was not for drugs, I probably would have been somebody really.
Man, you are somebody, bro. You know what you probably would have been.
That's a rough prison, too. Wrong way up in New Jersey. That's a rough prison, man.
Drug free now.
And that's the one that that fighter came out of Florida all the years. A couple great fighters came out of Raw Way. They got great fights.
Some sort of God in their lives.
There was one they learned to box too. Boxing, Hurricane.
I just keep pushing and take it one day at a time. Because it's wrong.
The assassin came out of that motherfucker. Bernard Hopkins. He was in there. What's his name?
The best memory I have of Scared Straight was, I think I was kind of upset that day about something. There was something going on that I didn't know happened.
Man, get that fucking camera out my face. I'm trying to cut it off.
Right now, the day that follows me wherever I go, people who see that tape, you know, it's that guy that said, get that effing camera out my face. The Life is program was the most important thing that came out of my prison experience. Because
well, you know, like they was being exploited. That's why you said that shit. Boy hollered out. And when he hollers out, he hollers for the world again. You don't want to be in here. You don't want to be in here.
Sometimes I did things when I was drunk. And I didn't word that until today. I'm sorry I said that, and I certainly don't feel that way today.
Marlene is 35, married, and works as a waitress and hostess. She hopes to start a family.
I'm watching these people and what's going on here. I thought they would be nice to us, you know, and talk to us like friends. You know, we're cool like them.
Get the fuck out of here. Get up and get off the stage, my kid.
A couple hours was torture to me. It really was. Made me realize I want to be somebody. Not a drunk, not a druggie. Not an inmate.
I don't want to see none of y'all boys in this bullshit I'm in. I'm only 26 years old.
Robert was abandoned by his parents as a young child and raised himself in the streets. He's 48 and has a 5th grade education.
If somebody would have done it to me, I wouldn't be here.
I wanted to be in the Right program because it gave me a chance sort of to give back a little bit to society a little bit.
You remember the day that we filmed Scared Straight?
Yeah.
What are your memories of that day?
The love, I guess, that the inmates put out for it. I think that took me a little surprise.
So I'm saying, you got to listen.
That's just like this. The love is all that we have inside.
One common ground, still, you know,
all that there is to be is to love. You choose to hate. You choose to fall into a trap because you don't know no better.
Was released, only to be arrested 6 weeks later.
The kid don't know what the kid is being taught to know.
30-year sentence.
And most kids are not taught to know. The truth is in them to come out.
You know, what I used to be.
All the created them taught to be in the sky is the light in their hearts.
Every day I think about that. You know, you're like a package. You know, you got a black bag comes, you put in a black bag, and you know, next day somebody else in the cell and the beat go on. I hope I left some type of impression on me today. You know, it's going to be me down here. It's small, but
yeah, he deserved to be released. He did something.
Ron is 38 and lives with his wife and 9-year-old daughter. He served 8 years in the Navy and now works the night shift as a mechanic at a dairy.
Robbed houses, bicycles, we stole a car once, you know, selling drugs. The more drugs I did and the more I drank, the more of a daredevil, and I didn't care. I got caught for doing a bomb scare at school.
See, you got that fucked up attitude, you want to be like me.
I remember how they were always picking on me.
You got the whole Scared Straight too, or they got the dog dude talking to the hoes.
Dude talking to the hoes, he ain't got no hoes talking to hoes, bro.
I get scared and I
yeah, bro, and like I said again, it's almost like a hoe couldn't really put it across to another hoe, like a motherfucking man could.
That goes straight back then. You know, population wasn't like this today.
You're right, it wasn't started in plentiful.
They got a lot more.
Plentiful. Yeah.
Just pass me down the line.
Drugs is no respect of the person.
No.
You can sell drugs too.
Don't get, like I said, and don't care what color. Like I said, don't care what color. It's like I said, whoever weak enough to live there and come towards being free.
Don't say it until I get there. I wanted to show them that I could do better, that I could change my ways.
And if you hadn't gone, what might you have continued to do?
I would probably kept on burglarizing, kept on with the drugs. I did graduate. 4 days later, I decided to join the service. I never thought about the Navy before that. So yeah, it made me think about what my future was going to be. It definitely affected me Because I think about it still tonight, even to this day. It makes me want to be a law-abiding citizen.
Get off that fucking bench.
10 years after Scared Straight, we interviewed Ed, who was still incarcerated at Rahway.
I do the best I can to serve my Lord and Savior. I know a lot of people might not want to hear that, you know, coming from a convict, but that's the way it is, and I have to be truthful about it. I was carrying a gun and drinking at the same time, and I went off to deep end one day, and I wound up shooting and killing somebody. I'm most proud of that I had an opportunity while in prison to do a film like this, like Scared Straight, to reach out to youngsters. I mean, it's really something to take a life, now you're trying to get back in life. What I'm least proud of in my life is that I hurt my family by committing my crime and wound up losing my wife and my children and everything else that goes with it.
In 1996, after serving 22 years in prison for a double murder, and just 3 weeks before his release from a halfway house, Ed was changing a flat tire when he suffered a heart attack and died. He was 58 and left behind 3 children. Not everyone was scared straight after the confrontation with the lifers.
I say, how did you feel?
The visit to Rahway, did it change you?
No. Frank is 36 years old and married with 3 children. He's now a shipping supervisor for a textile company. For 9 years after his Rahway visit, Frank took illegal bets as a bookie until one day the law caught up with him.
All of a sudden, some guy came by my house.
Thank you. Come on, he was doing what they normally do. Fuck.
I was just like, take me, you know, shit. I give
You
up.
wasn't fucking strong on taking shit from people no more, bitch.
Some stuff you were doing, one of your friends, they went through this program and they stopped doing it. You didn't. Why you?
I've been doing it for so long. The money was coming in. I was living pretty good. And I didn't think I was going to get caught. I was like invincible. I'm going to get away with murder. Yeah. Well, not murder, but...
You know, I'm a white man. I ain't going to get me. You know what I'm saying, right?
What
Some white boy.
would have happened to you had you not been arrested at that time?
I could be dead. When I faced it in real life, that's when I stopped.
There you go.
When it happened to you?
Yeah, I mean, I would never, ever do anything like that again.
There you go. You changed. It
That's
changed,
what
man.
me straight.
You don't get
When the
credit.
judge
It
said 5
changed.
years straight.
He said, when he said, yeah, you're right, dude. He said, when the judge told him.
Watch my kids grow up, try to steer them in the right direction.
The only thing that the president got to offer is aggravation, humiliation, degradation, and alienation. That's all the president got to give.
Brian, sound like Jesse.
Greg has served time for murder, armed robbery, and other crimes. 10 years after filming Scared Straight, we did a follow-up interview with him. He was still in prison.
What hurts me the most is since I've been incarcerated, I lost my mother. And she has been the greatest support that I've had. Your mother could die, or your father can die while you're locked up. And that's the worst story in the world, not being there.
Greg has been out of prison since 1996.
Yeah, they get me nervous. That's y'all married.
6 years old and has been behind bars 20 of his adult years. Greg now works as a counselor at a drug rehabilitation center and is earning college credits toward a degree. He has 2 teenage children.
Regretfully, my first major crime was a murder. I destroyed a life. I disrupted a family. And I stagnated and tore my own life apart. I think drugs was the primary force as to why I really got involved in all the things that I did. I used heroin, cocaine.
Yeah, you wasn't in the right state of mind, but.
In fact, I did everything. I've been shot 4 times. I've been hit with a hatchet. I've been stabbed with a K5. I've been in a running shootout with the police. As you see here, I have a scar on my face that came from a shootout. I've overdosed 3 times on drugs. And
well, we know you overdosed on drugs. You see, overdosed 3 times on
yeah,
drugs.
I've been in some places.
What else was you gonna overdose on, Doc?
There's such a difference in you from the time I saw you 20 years ago, the time I saw you 10 years ago.
I've been free of drugs since 1994, on the streets since 1996, And this is the longest that I've ever been substance abuse free.
That's good, bro.
And I'm having the best time of my life, clean and sober.
Nah.
Since I've been free of drugs, it feels exhilarating. To try to find a feeling word is like almost difficult to find, right? Because it's such a new feeling, right? But I'm getting used to wearing this feeling. And I'm fortunate to still be alive today to give some positive back to somebody else that's going to the same path that I had one on.
Speak it up. I said speak it up, fucking mouth. Speak it up.
Patty is a widow raising 3 daughters. She's 36, works as a waitress, and hasn't been in trouble with the law in the last 20 years.
Put those damn tears in your eyes. The fuck I care about some tears.
How likely is it that you would do illegal things now?
I don't know. I'm happy I went to Norway. Even though I didn't like it, I'm thinking it influenced my life. I think it made it better. It did good for me.
Motherfucker punch. Bam, dude.
You kill me.
Roy's 38, lives with his girlfriend, and is an automobile leasing agent.
I hung out in the parks.
Damn, Roy went from bulk nigga to slim.
The only crime that they ever put me down for, and when they said you're on your way, was conspiracy to a bomb scare.
You need protection, don't you? It might be bottom. You see me when you grab that. Grab it, motherfucker, grab it!
There wasn't much chance of one of my buddies bailing me out on that one.
Let's go on this. I can do bad for my motherfucking self. Go over there for him. Belong to him now.
After the experience at the Lifers group, I lost the girlfriend. I had to put up with a lot of jokes that were not very pleasant. I had to carry a pack of cigarettes just to show that I was worth at least 20 of them.
Although Roy remained law-abiding,
Roy, you ain't went to the prove shit to nobody, Roy. Fuck carrying pack of cereal because that nigga crazy like shit. But come on, Dave. But Dave, now, would you like somebody and joke with you about some bullshit like that? Because
that's kids.
You're right, but he said he get there as an adult, man. He said he still carry a pack of cigarettes around with him.
I'm going to no one's prison. I bid for the Lifers program. I don't want to be one of the Lifers in the program.
He said, I don't want to be one of the Lifers in the program.
Sister Celeste, 10 years after his visit to Rahway, we did a follow-up interview with Ken.
What kinds of things happened after the Rahway program?
Did a lot of burglaries.
Yeah, that nigga ain't stop. You tell that white boy to stop.
Just a lot of trouble.
How do you think the Rahway prison program changed you or helped you?
I don't think it did.
Yeah, look his eye. Tell his eye.
Right now, I'm so gay.
To get money for drugs, Ken continued to steal.
That nigga like the drugs. That nigga like the drugs. Fuck all the bullshit.
10 years ago, he was trying to change.
Ken?
That's a problem, too.
How you doing now?
Good. Ken had been married just 3 years when in 1995 he died of an age-related illness. He was 34 years old.
That compound ain't shit.
I kick ass, you know, and if I get my ass beat, don't mean shit, because, hey, I'm coming
John has transformed himself from a criminal to a Christian. He works as a metal shop mechanic, but he also preaches the gospel and teaches Kung Fu.
That's something, man. Your boy, he teaches the gospel and also teach Kung Fu. And that nigga named John.
4 years old.
I kick ass, you know, and if I get my ass beat, don't mean shit, because, hey, I'm coming back.
John has transformed himself from a criminal to a Christian. He works as a metal shop mechanic, but he also preaches the gospel and teaches Kung Fu. John is 35 years old, married, and the father of 6 children.
Damn! Nigga got my fucking crew. I see his finger.
Look at that nigga mouth.
If I didn't commit a crime the next day, to me, I didn't feel there's something wrong with me. It was an adrenaline rush, it was an escape. But inside here,
that motherfucking mouth fix, nigga.
Didn't want to talk about it. What did you get the last time you got busted? How much money did you get? $20 goddamn. Damn. Wake up call. if the lifers group was not there to talk to me that day, that time in my life, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you now. I probably would be dead.
That's not right.
Wow, bro, nothing, dude. I mean, it's just like I just say, fuck my mouth, I'm gonna be on TV.
This is old here, so
he better not have a mouth like that. He better not have his mouth like that, now, dude.
Scared snake, nigga. Scared snake, nigga.
Watching Scared Snake the second time scared me enough again in my heart, inside, that where I said enough is enough. It's time to stop playing games. You have to get right, or this is where you're going to end up. And from that day on, I started rehabilitating myself. I love God above everything. I'm a Christian first. I love God. I love it. Everything I do is filled with biblical. The chances that drugs or alcohol or anything else in that vein, can we say zero? Zero? They have about a zero, -0 chance of entering my life. The desires I was the same. I would do those things because we went to India for away temporarily. But with a higher world, I was still stuck with the same old me. You know, but ever since I have my family and those who love me and the Lord is in my life, there was no point anymore. There was no point. Everybody bows to the king. Bow to each other, shake somebody's hand, I'll see you in the next day in class. I have no worries. Either way, if they bother me, I'll get them back.
Mike is 36 and a single dad. He works at a milk factory.
Sounds like you didn't really listen to the other people who were trying to steer you straight, but when you went to the prison, you listened.
You gave me a kick. Plus, I was either that or go down and have to live like that and end up there. Now I have a kid, somebody to love, somebody to work for, and try and bring him up straight and keep out of trouble.
Everybody up here, man, got a number. And like it's only fitting that y'all have a number. And until you leave, because this is the shortest prison sentence you'll spend, your number's 1.
Was getting a prison number so shocking that any of the kids still remember their number?
What's your number?
I think it might have been 12.
It was.
Was it?
Yes. Do you remember your prison number?
No, I don't remember the prison number.
You remember that after 20 years. Why do you remember that?
Because that's how old I felt when I went there.
I believe it was unlucky at 13.
You're right.
I think I was 15.
You're right.
It was the rate.
You remember that 20 years later?
I remember that number. It will burn in my mind forever.
I believe I was 11. Right on.
David smiles a lot, which got him into trouble 20 years ago at Broadway.
What, am I here to amuse you that you smile? Huh? Something's funny?
David is 37 years old and self-employed as a floor installer. He's a father to his son and daughter and 3 stepdaughters.
At that time, I had availability to the railroad tracks. I would drive off the trains at that time. Take things that don't belong to me off the trains.
If I steal someone, it would be someone, if I ever did steal, like the railroad, like I've been blamed for.
You weren't acknowledging at that time that you even did it. You said, if I did. I just acknowledged that I did do it, you know, and at that time, talking like that, I didn't even realize I said all that, you know.
They'll have money after that insurance, and they're just stolen the money. It ain't hurt no one there.
But the insurance company, I'm sorry for doing that to you. I am paying the price today.
You smile at me? Knock it off. Close your mouth.
To show me another side that another door that I never
Y'all can hear this, yeah. I'm gonna put the link on my channel so you can go see it for yourself. But fuck it, just go to YouTube and see Scared Street. Because just me putting the voice on here, I feel like I'm not doing nothing to nobody, dealing with no copyrights to what the bullshit really is. It's just that they don't want you knowing the truth for you. They don't want you thinking for yourself about some bullshit that you was taught to. Because you was taught to believe in God and Jesus and the devil. It's bullshit. Just as well as when you fall head over heels for somebody to the point where you want to interact with that body, if you're not in the Creator's original name, you're just fucking having sex. If you're not coming together with that other person that you, in the Creator's original name, have feelings for, in the Creator's name, not being, you don't guide that woman or that man or your children. You love that woman or that man or your children. When you're making love to that woman, being a man, or the woman with a man, it's never going to be no man and no man. Because that's not straight the way of the Creator. That's of God and Jesus. Because that's the sweet Jesus that they're talking about. They mean exactly what they're saying when they say, oh my sweet Jesus. That means that Jesus and God is gay. Love is the only feeling that's straight. The love to create the two people, a man and a woman, negative and positive, the opposite sex attract. And that's the only straight and true way of how you do that. Everything else is the bullshit that we created after the original Creator created the first man and the woman. Everything else after those 211 people is us with all the bullshit.
Go back and tell everybody that we made these guys look dumb.
Take off your goddamn, take the motherfucking shoes off. Give me them shoes.
I have never untied my shoes faster in my life and threw them out on the stage. And the guy said to us, "You've just been ripped off. How do you feel?" And I remember how I felt. I was more terrified from the size of these guys than just taking off my shoes. Two things scared me the most about the prison scene, and they go hand in hand: the size of the inmates and their sexual preferences. And they go hand in hand because if it was just a sexual preference and you could fight it off, it would be fine. But these guys seem to do nothing but lift weights all day, and I don't think you'd get out of their grasp. And I just don't travel in those directions. I was humbled.
Because you know one thing, you ain't want nobody violate your booty hole.
The most immediate and somewhat profound effect that it had on me. If I had not taken the trip to Illinois State Prison, I may not truly have understood the consequences of some of these crimes, and I may have taken a chance at committing a higher crime. And that, of course, would have destroyed my life. If there's anything that I could really accomplish in life, I think I'd like to be a renowned novelist. I would like to be someone who people would look at and say, he was a kid and he was in trouble, and look at me. I mean, he actually reached the level of being one of the great literates in the world. Of course, I'm reaching, but I mean, that would be just something just awesome.
The group's going to do something like I'm the kind of person that'd probably do it,
Ron is 38 and works as a longshoreman and a landscaper. He's also a newlywed.
Best thing about my life is probably finding happiness with somebody else. That's a whole new life beginning now.
They're gonna kick your ass on the side of that bed and do volley onto your asshole.
It was scary. I mean, it was intense. I mean, we young
He
kids.
thought about somebody putting him on the side of the bed and doing violent harm to his asshole.
We lived a whole different outlook.
Yeah, I know you do.
Without a doubt, going to prison definitely kept me from getting in more trouble.
No.
I didn't always think this either, to tell you the truth, that it was a good thing in the beginning because of the negative reaction I got from other kids. You had tears in your eyes, I would have went there and told them off. I was spitting his face. Well, I had no idea what really prison was until that day. Really prison was.
No.
It scared the hell out of me.
Only one of the 17 juveniles became a career criminal, and he's the only one who is now a prisoner. Ironically, 20 years ago, Kadir predicted his future.
In my future, I think I'll be a professional thief.
Kadir's career of choice has resulted in 6 convictions totaling 15 years behind bars. He's now 39 years old. In 1994, he was sentenced to 10 years for armed robbery and burglary. Although Kadir has 5 living children, we were his only visitors in 5 years.
Wow. First time I've ever gotten in trouble. I was 8 years old. It was basically burglaries, stealing cars. As a matter of fact, when we met, I think I was attempting to steal your equipment.
I'll take everything you have. If you give me the chance.
Of all the kids who went through the program the day we filmed Scared Straight, you were the only one who wound up going into maximum security prisons. Why you?
Drugs. It's always the result of drugs. I've never done anything when I was sober or clear-headed, so I would have to attribute that to drugs. I've been using drugs for 17 years, be it cocaine or heroin or crack cocaine. I'm not proud of it or something like that. It just had to happen.
10 years ago, like now, Kadir was the only Scared Straight juvenile in prison. And at that time, Malik was the only lifer out on parole. Malik decided to pay Kadir a surprise visit to find out what went wrong.
How are you doing, man? You know me? You don't know me? Apparently, you must have forgotten me. And everything that I've said to you as well has. I never wanted to come back inside because of, under no circumstances. But out of the fact that they said that you were here, right, it made me feel a little bit like, wow, where did we mess up? This is most definitely my last time coming through anybody's prison. I have 6 kids out there. I want to be with them. I've missed their youthful years, but I'm going to watch them and be with them in their teenage years.
What happened after that?
That was my true intentions at the time. I got out. I did good for about 6 months, and I just ran astray again. Today I'm drug-free. I've been involved with AA for 8 years. I'm going to continue with it.
Malik once again is an inmate, now in the same prison as Kadir. We arranged for Malik to pay Kadir another surprise visit. They had not seen each other in over 10 years.
Boy, that's all right. Hey, how you doing, man? Not yourself. I'll tell you, trying to make it. I'm surprised to see you. Yeah, same. Yeah, that you was out there doing well. I was.
I'm back here fucking with you.
To be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Ain't no such thing as that, dog.
It's hard for me to tell you how could you be sitting in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
I can't keep doing this. It's just sheer madness.
You and I both.
We destroy our own family.
Yes.
Come to jail.
Yes. And you destroy yourself.
No, I said it.
Because
12 years ago.
you start.
Today I know I'm getting too old for this.
Guilt trips on yourself. We just know that you was taught to be stupid. Don't be stupid no more.
In 1995, Malik was sentenced to 5 years for possession of stolen property and violating his parole. He's 49 years old.
Possession of stolen property.
2 of his adult years behind bars. This is his 6th time in prison.
When we came on the stage, the things that we were telling were life experiences. All the brutality, the loneliness, the crime, the sorrowful moments, the longing to be other places. All that is very real. I think that's one of the hardest things about dealing with prison life is for a parent to have children and not be able to come to their aid.
Malik's 2 older sons are both in prison. Jamal is serving 22 years at Rahway for aggravated manslaughter. Ironically, he is now part of the Lifers crew. This is the first time a father and son have both participated in the program.
I feel real bad about my 2 sons. I feel as though I failed them. When I look back when they were young, when they was between the ages of 7 and 12 years old, I would take them places with me while I was doing criminal things and everything. I was involved in selling drugs and everything for a period of my life, using drugs, doing armed robberies, carrying pistols. So all those things that they remembered me doing and hearing people talk about me doing, they wanted to become a part of. My first time getting caught, getting involved with the criminal system when I was 8 years old, 9 years old, malicious damage. After that, attempted robbery, burglary. By the time I realized that it was wrong and I was trying to steer them away from it, it was too late. That's how my father was so wonderful, because he was reaching out to us. He knew he was locked up. I'm grateful that my son has finally came into his self-tomorrow and is working with the Lifers Group, because I know that has helped me immensely. So I'm sure it's going to be of some service to him.
Now in his 23rd year, the Lifers Juvenile Awareness Project is still going strong at East Jersey State Prison.
Okay, I thought that's that
way.
See that wall over there? Turn around, fuck no shit. Move it out of the wall. Stand the fuck back in line. Show.
Or when you see these little kids, bro, you gonna say, damn, it's bad, bro.
Lifers Juvenile Awareness.
Wow, people. I'm gonna make sure I put this on my show so you know everyone go see it for yourself. Or I'm just gonna tell you, just go see. It's on that. It says Scared Street, 1978. Wow. And I'm gonna use that straight and say straight is only one way when you look at the earth rotate. Because the truth is truth. Period. Fuck all the bullshit. And when you look at love unconditionally, the feeling, it's one way to go. You choose another way. When you choose to hate, that's the way that you choose to go with your feeling. The only thing that you stand on alone with is your feeling until you become one with another creation, being a woman, you being a man, or a woman with a man, her being a woman and him being a man. Never a man and a man or a woman and a woman. That's not straight, because there's only one way to create, dealing with the original creator. That's loving you unconditional no matter what. Because you do what you do to you when you do whatever you do to someone like you. Because we all come from one original creator. Love unconditional. The feeling. Because it's bullshit when you look at God is love. Jesus is love. Love is love. Who changed it? I love being a man. I love knowing the truth is loving you more than you do, because I know the truth and you don't. But I tell the truth to you so you can know the truth for you. You can believe it or not if you want. But that's just it. We are believing in the things that we was taught as kids to believe in, not to know what the truth is in us as being adults. All the truth that is to be is in you to be to show comes from your heart. Your voice pattern, the vibrations of you speaking the truth, is all the love from the Creator within you. Because the creativity in you is the creator of you. It's the light. It's light as a feather. It's like lightning strikes before there's smoke or fire. It's that unconditional feeling of love that you just can't explain or control. But you have 5 senses to know that you're alive. Reciprocity and empathy has been embedded in our hearts, which is the only thing within our body that is smart. Because it pumps blood, it don't suck it. I don't know what more to do but to tell you the truth. For the power you with the loving creator of everything. We've been lied to, people. We've been lied to be sheeple. We've been lied to be controlled, corralled like cattle. All because of our belief system. That's why we're losing or no winning battle. Because we was taught to be stupid. We was taught to believe in bullshit. And you can look at this shit from the beginning. Why is it your birthday when you was just born? An empty glass waiting for some truth in this shit. Why was you taught to believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy? And then told to get on your knees and pray to God in the sky and shit. Why would you say our Father who art in heaven and pray to our Father within heaven when you have a Father right here on earth? It's a twist of lies. Because the truth is going to always be first. I'm just saying, people, I talk to y'all hearts. I don't talk to y'all ass no more because y'all ass is full of shit. And that is the bullshit that we was taught to be full of in this shit. But yo, Dave, look at that shit.
Project is still going strong at East
Listen to the young
State
people,
Prison,
man.
formerly
That
Broadway.
Broadway closed now.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why I took the fucking stickers. No, because you motherfuckers is out there empowering people with their motherfucking living. That's right. I had no freedom when you told the fuck off. I ain't had no motherfucking gun or no knife or none of that bullshit. Bitch ass motherfucker, you know. It don't take no fine motherfucker to wreck when you pump motherfucker.
That stink ass breath in my face.
It stink them big bodies. Niggas don't be clean. Because they got a point to prove. They ain't right wrong. So you know they ain't going to take bail. You heard me, Dave? They got a point to prove. The point is to prove the stanky bread. All that. They ain't got no good smelling bread. None of that.
It is a reality.
See?
Things like that do take place in
them dudes come there nasty. They smelling nasty. Because they want you to remember. They want you to remember the smell. You hear me? They want you to remember the smell. They want you to remember the vibrations. They want you to remember everything.
I'm shit when they don't make shit.
What we do is give them the true definition of prison, what we call the real deal. That you're not going to come in there and run the place. That the movies glorify prison.
Yeah, the movies glorify that bullshit. Because that's why the TV tell lies to your vision. So he can program you to want to be on this shit as a fucking star in prison. Damn. Bro. That was beautiful.
The lifers have expanded their program to include one-on-one meetings with boys who return to prison for follow-up counseling. For many of these boys, the convicts are the only men who show an interest in their welfare.
Trust me, I got confidence. So you ain't gonna fail me. You know what I mean? You might fail everybody else, you ain't gonna fail me.
See, and that's the type of bond that these little boys used to have with a man figure.
Within hours or within minutes about this individual.
Out of 384 young people, youth that I've brought,
I think that you niggas in prison, don't worry, I'm coming back to that jailhouse. When I come back to that jailhouse, I'm coming back in a suit and tie, because I think that some of you dudes in prisons just need to be some mentors to some of these kids that don't have no fathers. Because being a mentor to a kid that don't have no father, at least you'll have somebody touching you from the outside while you're inside. And not for no bullshit. I'm gonna put something together, baby.
Prison is like a big monopoly system. The only thing about this big monopoly system...
Y'all gonna kill me because I already know what I want this thing to do. And what I want this thing to do is for the truth to come out just for you. To see what the truth is. That's just us as people coming together and stop being sheeple, bring up the vibrations of the love under this good feeling. Because we done lost what the truth really is because of the shit that we was taught to believe in.
God, I remember that guy like it was yesterday.
I remember there was one guy who was missing an eye.
Guy only had one.
There you go. One eye, dude.
Because he was right on our face.
You know how they showed me? By taking my motherfucking eye right out my head. Look.
Look, that big old hole.
He is stuck in my mind, you know, seriously. That one prisoner for 20 years, he is stuck in my mind. And every time I think of Roy or Scared Straight, that's his face. I see his face. If I saw him, I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I saw him. I really don't.
I'm here for murder, kidnapping, robbery. I'm here for murder, kidnapping, robbery, armed robbery, conspiracy, breaking the dude's jaw, and breaking his woman both her arms. Like I said before, I'm not your friend, I'm not your enemy. I'm not your mother, I'm not your father. But I'm glad to see all of y'all today. And I hope you feel the same way about me. All right? All right.
You change them people alive, nigga, that empty eye.
No, sir, I'm not in jail. I've been out of jail since 1990. And I haven't been back to jail for anything.
Out of all the guys in the Lifers group, I mean, you weren't anywhere near as big as some of those other guys, but still, you came across. I mean, in my memory, you're the first
You're the only one I remember.
Yeah, you're holding that eye, man.
Today I don't have the anger in me, you know. I couldn't stand nobody to look at me. I said, what the hell are you looking at? I'll be ready to fight. I don't care if you're 7 feet tall, I'm going to try you. You can see all, I was stabbed, yes I was. You can still see all the scars. See? I'm not jiving, you know. This is me, I'm for real. Once I started dealing with the Lifers group, I started looking within myself. You know? Why can't I help myself? You know?
I hope you realize that standing right in front of you is
some of the people I helped.
That was 20 years ago. Me, myself, and I'm sure everybody, I really want to thank you.
I appreciate that. You know, by thanking me, what you do is you talk to him. And I know a few of y'all have kids and everything. And please treat them better than I did mine. Because I wasn't there for them. You're here for them, man. Please stay here for them. All right?
Don't make no sense.
He spent 20 years adult years in prison.
If you have one.
He recently remarried and is the father of 6 adult children. He works as a mechanic and volunteers his time helping kids in trouble.
I was a drug addict. I drank a lot of alcohol.
Dave, but guess what he was doing, Dave? He was doing this to him. That nigga was doing that to him.
But I stopped.
And it's an empty hole, Dave. Ain't nothing in there.
Johnson.
54-936 life and from motherfucking now on. The saddest thing about a man being in prison is when he loses family. You don't have nobody to come home to, nothing to really look forward to. I know it sounds like, you know, I'm going to cry, but I do. Because it really hurts. Jail is so easy to get into, but it's so hard to get out. You're young one day, and at the end of 30 years, you got gray hairs. You say, what the hell happened
like
to me?
people. I was in court
everything has changed, you know.
Late, but I was in the courthouse.
I have everything I want.
The judge put me in jail for being late.
You know,
and the camera's going to show exactly what I'm talking about. That when I was in that court, I basically got dorsal on where I had to go. And I would maneuver around in that court, but I was there. But like I say again, when you take the sun, the moon, and the stars away from any human,
let me tell you something.
It makes that person off balance with what's in them to be human.
I'm not going to ruin.
And I say it again, what's in them to be human. Meaning, the love unconditionally, the feeling which is the feeling that all of us have, but we just can't control it, is because we can hate somebody standing right next to us. And it could be our children.
And
just for the split second of them doing something fucked up.
After 20 years,
but that ain't how we supposed to do this. You ain't never supposed to hate nobody for nothing that they do because they was taught to be fucking stupid. It's just that they gotta be chastised for it,
stay with them, keep them out of
but not
don't let them do the same
prosecuted to the point where they're broken. Because everybody is entitled a mistake.
Both the lifers and the kids.
Do you actually think the Creator could hate you for some of the shit that you do, not knowing what you do when you do it? You don't know what the truth is. You believe in the bullshit. You believe in basically everything.
We should use every resource available to stop young
because the truth is, the Creator is always going to love you unconditionally, period. Above everything. Because the Creator was created out of nothing but a feeling of being one. Alone. In love.
If you want to write to the lifers, their address is
by itself.
Lockbag R.
But created us as the greatest creation of all. The conscious thinking human living here. All together. Just as well as alone is all one. Spell it to yourself. A-L, the line which we walk on, the circle of life. N-E, all one. The one is not crooked at the top. Do y'all see? When I say the line which we walk on will be I, a big I, as in me, not in the sky, as me being the greatest creation alive, allowing the Creator straight talk through me, because I already died. And when I say I already died, I already died to be able to tell you 4 periods of your life, to be able to tell you 4 words starting with L, ending with E, that are summed up our life from beginning to ending in 4 stages, and to be able to give you 1 word, 4 letters, and it happens to be the Creator's original name before man changed it. The 4 periods of our life. The first period is when your mama misheard, and you're on that solid ground, and the doctor showed your mama and your daddy is how it's supposed to be. That little red dot on that solid ground, that's you. That's the period for you to be inside of your mama. So once you hear inside your mama, that's 1 period of your life. And then you come outside your mama, that's the 2nd period of your life. And then you die in life, that's the 3rd period of your life. And then you're dead on a destitute period. She or he is dead. That's your 4 periods of life. 4 words starting with L, ending with E. That sums up our life from beginning to ending in 4 stages. Life. Live. Love. Lead. Life. Live. Love. Lead. These are the 4 stages of our life here to be. Love is the 4-letter word that sums it up, how we all came to be here. Love unconditionally. The feeling is as real as we all are here, consciously thinking with life, free will, and our own choices. Our own choices to love or hate. You don't hear no voices. Any voice that tells you to destroy anything isn't of love unconditionally. The feeling that loves you no matter what you do anyway. Because love, the original feeling, is always going to be like this earth rotates. One way, going for you to love. Because the truth is just that, the truth. And it's in you to come out of you. And see, me, I already know. It ain't about me. It's about you. It's about me knowing the truth. And the truth is, you is really me. And me knowing the truth is me knowing that me is really we. Or I ain't trying to lose you. Knowing that me is really we. The right side up. W-E. We all as one conscious thinking people. Meaning, as us being conscious thinking people, there's nothing that we couldn't do when we come together. There's no problem that we couldn't solve when we come together. Because we are the people that makes the world go round. Why do you think the world go and not stop? Because going is only one way to go. And that's to create with no material motive, but for what you create to last for infinity. I know. We was taught to be stupid. But we, as the people that make the world go round, we gotta stop allowing a certain amount of people to stump us in the ground and treat us like they personal slaves. Because as children was when we was the smartest. Because we didn't see all these different races. We saw all the people we played with as people that we played with. And we got along with all the different faces. But until we became adults, that's when it seemed like the stupidity really kicked in. I'm just speaking from the truth. It's just that, the truth of the love that I feel for you, meaning I love you more than you love you, because I know the truth and you don't. Now I'll say this for you, just to show you that I know the truth and you don't. Who is in between you loving you? Think about it. The truth is the truth. And I know. You gonna say God is. And I'm gonna say, see how stuck on stupid you are? Love is in between you loving you. If love is the truth. Because God ain't. Because when you fall in God with the woman or the man next to you, I'm talking about the opposite sex attract. I'm talking about that 1 plus 1 equals 1, but really 2. The only time when 2 become 1, divine, creative. And that's the only time when 2 people come together and their feelings after being alone with them. I'm just telling you the truth so you can know the truth for yourself. I don't have no material motive, but I love you more than you do. And I just want you to know the truth so you can be so empowered with the love and creator that loves you unconditionally. I'm just saying, people, pick up the vibrations, because our hearts beat with that magnetic rotational pull of this earth pulling you into tomorrow. Because like I said again, you are really me. And that's why when I say we, I mean all of us, all as one conscious thinking people. There is no separation until we separate each other from the love, unconditional feeling of the original creator. Because we was taught all this bullshit. That's why separation is religion. Because of the people at the top with their bullshit. So like I say again, I love you more than you love you. Because the truth is the truth and you ain't shit. So it's all about you knowing the truth to come out. Sit down and get to know you and shit. And then you'll get to know the creator of you through your heart and shit. Because then you'll be filtering shit through your heart instead of going straight off emotions and shit. Because once you sit down to know you, that is when you are starting to get the truth. It's all about love, unconditional, the feeling. You choose to hate. The last part them pull my music and it's gonna roll too. That was just nothing but you love, telling the truth. It's just me. It's definitely all people. You definitely don't want to know the truth. do company. But no way. Where you from? What from a fee?
I'm giving it to you as it come to me. It's being created for you. Where do you think your thoughts come from?
Alright, so I'm getting ready to get, alright, now I got that spot for it. Alright, man. Alright, then I can go straight up to the cell and shoot this shit straight to where I want to go. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Bullshit, man. He gonna shit the bullshit like it just did. He just kicked off everything, but it should, everything I said should be already on YouTube. But already on, you see how I'm on his pieces? YouTube, yeah. It's already on YouTube, but what I wanted to put on YouTube just now, I wanted to break into a part where you go to YouTube, you go to Facebook and Twitter, and this bitch just live there and cut me off from the whole thing till I lost the fucking whole memory clip. Bunch of bullshit. But I say it to y'all who controlling all this shit. It is what it is. I do what it do. Truth is truth. Period. I love you more than you love you. And that ain't no bullshit.